Wheater and Tenderscarter stand hands Essex the reins. The first day of play at the Emirates Riverside was one for the bowlers. Essex skittled for 182 before Durham felt the pressure. Their own innings off to a pretty poor start with the score 58 for 6. If the match kept up this pace, this one could be over in a flash. Carson Eckersley got off to a quick start with the bat too, 20 runs added at a decent rate. But Essex were also quick out of the starting gate. An early wicket for Cook and a key one too. The number 7 Ned Eckersley removed LBW and Durham down to the bowlers. Carse followed in the next over, off stump taken out of the ground by Siddle, and Durham were at risk of being skittled for under 100. Rain and Potts got them to 99, but that's where their partnership would end. Potts out caught behind for 8. And they couldn't make it to triple figures. Rushworth out to the very next delivery, bowled by Porter, and Essex would head into their second innings with a lead of 83. If the visitors' innings had been difficult, Durham's had been disastrous. Despite their difficult start with the bat, they'd have at least expected to breach 3 figures. Bancroft's 20 at the top of the order was their top score. Essex used just 3 bowlers, Cook finishing with 4 for 38. Despite the lead, Essex still had a lot to do. 20 wickets had tumbled in just 4 sessions of the game so far. Make that 21. Brown out LBW early to Rain. And then Cook followed, the lead too shy of 100 when he was bowled by Rushworth. 3 balls later, the captain was out, gone LBW for a duck to Rain, and Essex hobbled into the lunch break soon after, their joyful morning giving way to a concerning afternoon, the score 15 for 3. Walter and Pepper found some stability and mounted a recovery. They took the score to 50 as the afternoon session got underway. But Walter wouldn't be long for the middle. His runner ball 22 all he could muster before he was caught behind off Rain. And both batsmen were gone with no change to the score. Pepper caught behind to Carse, Essex's lead edging towards 150. Tenderscarter and Wheater put a stop to the Durham success and found their feet, the score soon knocking on the door of 100. They'd find 3 figures thanks to Tenderscarter, Durham's hopes of turning the game on its head now starting to drift. It was a crucial partnership, and before long it was worth 50, these two taking it away from the hosts. And the lead was up to 200 soon. Durham's first innings return more than doubled. The score was 150 in the overs before tea, both men into the 40s, and looking good for half centuries too. Their partnership now worth 100. Tenderscarter was the first to get to his 50. The mark reached off 82 balls with 2 runs whipped into the offside. Wheater followed a few overs later. A quick single sufficient for his half century, a little quicker to the mark, with 74 deliveries required. By the time they'd made it to tea, the score was 170 for 5, and Essex were leading by 253. Finally, Durham had the breakthrough after tea. Tenderscarter pinned LBW, trapped on the crease, and the most productive partnership of the match was finally separated. Harmer is no mug with the bat in hand, and helped his side to 200. Essex now streaking off into the distance, the lead almost 300. Try as they might, Durham again found themselves stuck trying to stop this partnership. Wheater now into the 70s, Harmer finding some fluency, and the lead now more than 300. They finally had the wicket they'd been working so hard for. Wheater's great knock brought to an end on 81. He looked in no danger, but Potts took the run-out opportunity. 1 stump to aim at, 1 stump found. Siddle could only add 5 from 11 balls before he had to go, caught behind off Carse. Cook and Harmer took the total to 250, and the day was at an end soon after. An entirely different prospect now after some quite excellent batting low down the Essex order. What could Durham do to claw their way back into the match?